Welcome, Transformer fans, to another Transformers toy review where we are looking at Autobot Jazz from the Power of the Primes or Combiner Wars series. And in this one we have Jazz, who is a combiner, but I'm not going to show the combine mode because I just got Jazz just for Jazz. Just have Jazz. But before we look at Jazz, we're going to do our shout-outs of the week. Starting at 48 South Loudon Street, which is the home of Back to the Media, where you can get all, and I do mean all, of your video game needs. Oh, sorry about that. Stupid little tripod. But that's alright. But you can go to Time Traveler, or not Time Traveler, but Back to the Media to get all of your video game needs. From the Atari all the way up to current systems. You can get games and so on and so forth from each place. So, I would definitely say check them out. And, if you can't get it at Back to the Media, you can go to Play the Game Games on Middle Road here in Winchester, right behind the Sheets on Valley Avenue. So definitely check them out. Get this where we can look at Jazz perfectly. But you can go, after you leave Play the Game Games, you can go to Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles at 80 Weems Lane. Or not 80 Weems Lane, but 115 South Loudon Street, which is where Time Traveler Toys and Collectibles are. And get all your G.I. Joe and Transformers and He-Man and all this other stuff. I mean, I got Jazz off of eBay, so, it is what it is. And, but if you got a toddler that you're trying to look up and get all his, stuff for, like, cars, cars, Barnard Animals, puzzles, games, Slinky, slime, and all that stuff, you can go to Thinker Toys at, 106 South Loudon Street and get all your toys and collectible stuff there for your young person and help them build their skill building for them to get ready to go to school. So definitely check them out. And if you need comic books and you're in the Winchester area, you can go to 48 South Loudon or 80 Weems Lane to Four Color Fantasies. Get all your comic book needs there. And if you're in the Salisbury, North Carolina area, head over to Comic Monsters and get all your comic book needs. But if you're in Winchester and you want to go over to and get some cards for like Pokemon, Magic the Gathering. You get all kind of other comic books. I mean, not comic books, but trading cards, baseball cards, sports cards. You go to Breaker Brothers at 6 Piccadilly Street and do that. And get all your cards. I mean, it's a cute little shop. I mean, it is little, but you could get some big time stuff there. Some rare Pokemon, some good sports cards. Stuff like that. Definitely check them out. And once you leave there, you can go over to 36 Piccadilly Street to Tropical Islands to get all your Jamaican food and all that kind of good stuff. So definitely go and check them out. See Lloyd and his wonderful staff, and definitely see what they got to offer. And after you leave there, you could go to you can go over to see Mixed Tree Service to handle all your tree service work and whatnot. So definitely check him out and get all your tree stuff done. If you're looking for a bank and you're in the Winchester area, you could go to Bank of Clark or you can go to United Bank and check out what they have. Definitely do that and see what they got. They got a whole bunch of good stuff over there. So you could definitely do that. And after you leave there, you can definitely check out what you want there. And you can also see you can see all your stuff, all the sorry about that, I was just grabbing something. But you could definitely see that for some good banking stuff. But if you need other stuff like insurance for like homeowners insurance, auto insurance, renters insurance, head over to State Farm or Farmers, and you get all, and I do mean all, your insurance stuff taken care of. Get some good quotes go along with some great policies. So definitely check them out. After you leave there and you need gas for your vehicle, you can check out Sheetz or Handy Mart and get all your gas as well as some made-to-order food. So get your belly full at the same time you're getting your gas tank full. Yum, yum, and vroom, vroom. So go ahead and check them out. And if you need counseling or therapy, you can see Robert C. Brown at Healing Grace Counseling Services and see what he has to offer. And if Rob's not what you're looking for and he's not your cup of tea, you could go and check out Healing Grace Counseling Services. And, or you can check out any of the other counseling services in the area. Get a hold of National Counseling Group or see your local therapist's office. There's nothing wrong with seeking help if you need it. And after you leave there and you need to go to get to see psychiatrist and you're in the Winchester, Front Royal, Berryville area or surrounding areas, check out Northwestern Community Services. And you can get hooked onto some good services through them. So definitely check them out. And and all that good jazz. So after you get done there, you can go to check out your local therapist office. But if you can't make an appointment anywhere, get a hold of 741-741, and you could talk to somebody through text message, and get some good people to help you out. But if you're not into text messaging, and you need to hear a human voice, dial 988. And if that doesn't work, go to your closest emergency room. So here we are with Jazz. We're going to start with his laser pistol. It was all hollowed out on both sides. But it's got some good details. I mean, this is... Unfortunately, these figures are really, really crappy plastic. Cheap plastic. So everything's all real breakable with these guys, so be careful with them. But they're still Transformers anyway. I think this was in Hasbro's cheap era. But they're still cool. But this is his blaster, which is alright. And as you can tell by Jazz, he does roll. And in his race car. Once again, I'm not sure which type of race car he is. So in the comment sections down below, go and put in what it was. Thank you for the guy that told me what vehicle Jazz or Wheeljack was 2 weeks ago. So definitely thank you for that. But do that if you're watching this video, go ahead and post in which car he is. I want to say he's Formula One, but I may be wrong. But of course, you do have some hole pegs to put his blaster here. You put it over here on this side, or you put it here on this side for when he's racing. But let me know what kind of car he is. But let's go ahead and take a look at this car. I mean, it's pretty neat. He's got the 4 wheels. Of course, you got visible head syndrome right there. But, I mean, he does roll. So let's go ahead and transform him. And like I said, he's that cheap Hasbro plastic from this time period. And you're going to do his arms, bring them out. And each one of his legs, well, when they're not pegging off of the ball joint. Ugh. Okay, let's do it this way. Since we should act like this. Ugh. His legs could open up like that. And it does come off on the Like this way you could just close it back in. And then his feet just come out. And of course, just put the ball joint back on. You just extend the leg out, close it back up, bring the foot down. Boom. Now you got the lower half of Jazz done. And then you want to come up to look at the upper half, which is kind of self-explanatory once you got the arms out. Fold the head up. And then you can just easily just fold that down. Oh. And his head does pop off from, because his head is ball jointed in. So if it pops off, you just pop it right back on. And bring his part down here. Unfold the arms down. And then you got Jazz in his robot mode. And like I said, he is a combiner, so he does have a combined mode, but I'm not going to show you, mainly due to the fact that I don't use him for a combiner. And his arms can rotate all the way around, lift up, bend at the elbows, swivel at the bicep. And his head can look up and down as well as rotate to 360. And his legs can scoot out, bend forward, bend back, bend at the knee. And of course, he's got that foot bend, but that's due to transformation. And then just put his gun in his hand so he's ready for battle. And presto, boom, we got Jazz. But so this is just Jazz as Jazz video. So but this even though it's cheap plastic, it knocks down a few pegs from top tier. So I would have to put it in the middle, because the plastic is very, very cheap. But it is what it is. But it is a good cartoon reference of Jazz. And but I would say get this just to have Jazz. So I would say this is middle tier. I would love to say upper, but the plastic is very, very flimsy and cheap. But it's still a good version of Jazz. So if you need a Jazz, I would say pick this one up. But that's it for this week, and until all are one, see you in the next one. Peace. And next week I promise to have a better Transformer. But see you in the next one. Peace.